Namaskar. I am here again to give you last minute suggestion for those who are going to appear HS exams 2024 political science. It is very difficult for those students who are non-Bengali to get suggestions in other languages except in Bengali. To make it easy for, I am providing you some questions. If you prepare or go through these, you will definitely get 5 in common. So here are questions which you have to prepare or which you have to go through. From chapter 1, you can prepare. What do you mean by international relations? What are the differences between international relations and international politics? And you can go through what do you mean by international relations? And the tail question, discuss in brief the growth of international relation. So if you see these two questions, you will definitely get one. The next is from chapter 1, define globalization. Discuss the nature and effects of globalization. Or in other way, you can just have a glance or see, define globalization, discuss the different kinds of globalization. So you will not get long questions from chapter 2, 3, and 4. And from chapter 5, you can see these questions. If you prepare these 4, you will definitely get 1 or 2. Discuss the theory of historical materialism of Karl Marx. Explain the Marxian theory of state and the theory of revolution. But in these two, historical materialism of Karl Marx is very, very, very important. And the next is discuss the basic principles of Gandhi's political philosophy, or write a note on Gandhi's ideas about Satyagraha. So here also discuss the basic principles of Gandhi's political philosophy is quite important. So from chapter 6, what do you mean by the principle of separation of powers, or rigid principles of separation of power is neither possible nor desirable? By quoting this, justify the comment. Analyze the arguments for and against the separation of powers. And the next question from the same chapter, argue for and against bicameral legislature. Argue for and against bicameral legislature. And if you have a little bit idea regarding unicameral legislature also, it will be beneficial for you. But here, more stress has been given to bicameral legislature. So argue for and against bicameral legislature. Okay, from next chapter, the most important question which you have to prepare with full stress, that is, analyze the powers and position of the Prime Minister of India. This is very, very, very important this year. Analyze the powers and position of the Prime Minister of India. Another important one is explain the powers and position of a governor of a state in India. And if you want to score more, if you want to score 100%, so please go through these questions too. What do you mean by judicial review? Explain how can independence of judiciary be preserved. From this chapter, even if you prepare this, explain the emergency powers of the president. Explain the emergency powers of the president. So if you prepare this much from this chapter, you will get definitely 1 or 2. Okay. And the next from the next chapter, uh, that is discuss the relations between the two chambers of Indian Parliament, that is Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. So you have to discuss the relation between Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha of Indian Parliament. And if you go through this also, it will be benefit for you. Describe the process of lawmaking in Indian Parliament. And from ninth chapter, that is, so you have to prepare from the judiciary side, discuss the composition and functions of the High Court of any Indian state, or another one, write a note on the composition and function of Lok Adalat in India. So if you prepare all these questions, almost 15-16 questions, if you prepare, you will definitely get common this year. Okay. So all the best. Thank you.